I don't think Drake ever presented himself to be cool. I just don't think so.
You don't think he presented himself to be cool?
No. I think he genuinely said, I am trying to communicate an idea to people. And I'm going to speak in their language. And I remember he said, the dude I was talking to me on IG, shout out to homie, solid dude. It wasn't like he was disrespectful. It was just an honest conversation. And I really appreciate that.
He give everybody a chance.
Not everybody, but if you bless enough, to come across my realms and we politic, I'm going to give you genuine, genuine
messenger, B. You are a true messenger, B. For real.
I don't know about that, but I'm saying I gave him the honest.
He passed the word, Coach. He passed the word on, B.
And he asked me,
heathens to all heathens, to the smallest little smart. Pass the word to them, B.
His shepherd. He's a shepherd.
He's a shepherd. The hip hop shepherd, B.
Hip hop shepherd.
Anyway, so he asked me. He said, "Well, give me an example." I said, "That's like." During this battle, right? The last battle that just passed, when he said, the West Coast, y'all do fades, right? I'm handing them out. And I'm like, we don't do fades, right? We run fades. Because you can hear it and you be like, fades. And then you take that, right? But you don't understand it's the word before, right? We run fades. Now, in a regular English language, run fades could be like you're running away from a fight, possibly, if you don't understand what's being said.
That's probably what Drake heard. If you say run fade, he probably would think that's what that meant. Like, yeah, he's running away from the fades.
And that's the just thing about hip hop, using the terms fresh, right? Fat, all these different ideas that hip hop has popularized. There's things that we understand how to use them innately based off how we grew up. So to me, it's like an obvious thing. And I don't think it makes him any less or any more of a talent. I just think here is the facts. Here are the facts. The facts are this. And so it's like every time we had this conversation, right, Trap, I'm always be like, what do you know about Toronto street urban culture? Like you've gotten art from this person for 17 years at a high level. You've gotten art from this person for 17 years at a high level. 17 years. 17 years at a high level, you've gotten art. I'm talking about music videos. I'm talking about records, albums, collabs, features.
17 years?
17 years. Actually, 18 years now.
Damn. 18? Damn.
Okay. And I always ask these questions. And it'd be simple questions. Shout out to homie Mr. Fresh, because Mr. Fresh here, and I know he with the owl movement, and I get it. It does sound like I'm being a dick, and I swear to you, cuz I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying here is something that we should protect, and this is how we protect it. So I would ask everybody the same thing. If I asked the lunch table, right, I said, hey, man, here are some lessons in street urban culture that you got through the arts, right? If I asked the lunch table, y'all can all comment at once. I don't care if you super chatted, feel me, any of the above, right? It's all love. What kind of car do people from Los Angeles, street urban people from Los Angeles drive? What would those cars be called?
Give them some time
Fill up
to
the
answer.
lunch table.
Give them some time to answer.
Fill up the table. Tell me what kind of cars West Coast people drive. What are they called?
Let's see what we got here.
What would Drake answer be right now?
Pretty low riders.
Right, you see that, right? Low-lows, right? Six folds.
Okay.
Right, six folds. Low riders, right? Low-lows, whatever you want to call it, whatever terminology you got, right?
Hoopties, you said hoopties, classics.
Right? Solid.
Okay, low-lows.
Okay,
low
right.
Riders.
What kind of cars do brothers from street urban culture drive in Miami? Right? That's a question to the table. What kind of cars do brothers from Miami drive? Right?
Ain't nobody driving no whips in Miami. Cut it out, y'all.
Yes, they are.
Whips.
Right? There you go.
What
kind of whips? Whips is just a lingo, but whips is just a lingo, right? So they call it dunks, right? I see y'all saying that.
Dunks. Yeah,
right?
dunks.
Dunks, fine. What kind of cars? What's the title of a car that people drive in Houston? How about in Houston? In the city of Houston, all this street urban culture we got, right? All this representation of that version of Texas. What do you call? Slabs. I see somebody say slabs, right? Slabs. You hear them saying slabs on swingers, right? On these
buckets,
right? Boom, they doing their thing. Tell me what that is for Toronto street urban culture. 18 years of music, 18 years of art.
Drake,
Tell me the same thing for Toronto.
Drake said they rolling on fades out there.
Here, I all shout out to every owl fan
Rolling on cruisers.
that fuck with me. Tell me, what do they drive? 18 years. 18 years.
Rolling on them fades.
Rolling on fades. Yeah,
18 years. They do have some. You don't know because you're not getting them from that person, because that person's not a hip-hop act. They're not an act. They're not a product of street urban culture in Toronto. The reason you don't know, even though you have 18 years worth of material, because that's not what he represents. He's a pop artist. He'll tell you about a lowrider before he tells you about what's happening in Toronto street urban culture. Here, I got some more questions. Fashion. Let's go to fashion. Let's go to fashion.
Come here.
Right? Let's go to fashion. Right? Let's go to fashion. What kind of pants do people on the West Coast wear? As far as Southern California gang, street urban culture, give me the name of the pants. What brand pants do they wear?
Oh, Dickies with a crease?
Right?
What you wearing? I don't know. Dickies, right?
Dickies, right? Everybody say that.
Yeah,
Shout out to the
Dickies,
table. Dickies.
Dickies.
Here's a test for the table. Super chat it,
Yeah.
however you want. Dickies. Got it. Dickies. Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Dickies. Okay.
All right. What kind of glasses, fashionable glasses, do people wear in Detroit? What are they called?
I need to give me a pair of those for real. I'm getting me a pair of those.
What kind of glasses? Glasses that people in Detroit wear. What are they called? There you go, Daddy. Yo. There you go.
He said it. He said it. He said it.
Asking y'all hip hop. There you go. Super
Said
chat
buffs?
in if
Said
you got
buffs?
it. Buffs, right? Got it.
Buffs.
Right. Right. What kind of shoes?
I ain't got
No, we ain't
no
gonna go
there.
there. We ain't gonna do that.
Damn,
Right?
damn,
Okay,
I ain't
okay.
got
We
none
got
here
that.
right now.
All right. Okay. So give me what type of pants are popular in Toronto street urban culture? What kind of pants? What kind of glasses?
Skinny
I
jeans.
was about to violate them. I say pom pom shorts.
How about that? All 18 years worth of music, 18 years worth of art, 18 years worth of music video. You know why you don't know? Because this person doesn't represent street urban culture in Toronto. That's why you have no idea. You knew that the first time you saw Snoop Dogg, you knew that. You knew that, period. The reason you don't know that with this specific artist is because they are not a part of street urban culture. Here's the last test. What kind of shoes are popular for street urban people in New York City?
Trap, you got some Timbs on right now?
Nope, not right now. But I got some ready. I got some ready. You already know I do.
How about
some
that?
Butters.
How about that? How about that? How about that? New York City. What kind of street urban shoe? What brand of shoe are they wearing that's popular? Right. Y'all can go through tons of them. Right. You could do Tim's, Uptowns, all that. Right. How about in Los Angeles? How about in the street urban culture of Los Angeles? What kind of shoes?
K-Swiss.
They used to be y'all shit. They used to be y'all shit. Though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, they
used to be y'all shit.
It
It was actually basketball sneakers at first. That was the crazy thing about it.
All right, how about there you go, Chucks, right? Chucks,
Chucks.
you got it. Cortez, right? You just naming shoes. You know, how about even in New Orleans? Do anybody know in New Orleans? How about in New Orleans? What's a shoe that they made
sneakers.
popular, right?
Masterpiece sneakers.
The masterpiece.
Right? You know about the soldiers, right? The Reeboks, right? The Reebok classics, the soldiers, right? You know about that, right? You're aware.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, everybody
Somebody
that
said
table
Dada.
going crazy, right? You got it. Soldieries, right? You got it, right?
Dada.
Shout out to the NO. What type of shoes are popular for Toronto street urban people?
Penny loafers.
18 years worth of art, 18 years worth of music video, 18 years worth of albums from one artist. What is that shoe in Toronto?
Somebody said Bobos.
You know why you don't know? And it's because that street urban scene exists. He is not involved in that. That's not what he does.
Somebody said flip flops.
He's not a part of hip hop's scene. He's not a part of street urban scene. That's not what he does. He's a pop artist. He's going to teach you more about us. He's going to tell you the lingo of Atlanta. He's going to tell you, he's going to have the motto where you see a lowrider under the Bay Bridge. He's going to show you all of us. He's going to use Big Frida on Nice for What? Because he's a fucking fantastic pop artist, and that's what pop art is.
Big Frida.
right? It's the
Freedom.
things that assimilate to the top of culture, and then pop can reach and grab that because it's so high. They can, hey, let me use that. This is why. So again, having this ridiculous argument is simple. It's not even that deep.